We're live.
Live.
How you doing, Pops?
Yeah, I'm doing well. But before we get started, I know we have a big show for tonight. I just think that we should send out virtual hugs, positive vibes, and prayers to our good friend Ken Barron.
I couldn't agree more. Let me find it here. Pop your headphones on, Pops.
Okie dokie.
Gotta do a little flashback moment. Howdy, everyone.
Live from Las Vegas. Before we get started,
I accidentally... That was the clip from when Ken donated $100 in one of our streams.
Yeah.
But I think I prepped it wrong.
Okay, well, anyway.
Ken is an incredible YAA member dealing with a medical emergency and medical issue. And
just a medical issue.
We care. We care about you, Ken, so we're thinking about you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we can drop the headphones. Sorry about that.
Yeah, well, I wanted to be able to hear myself better.
How's everyone doing tonight? It is a Saturday night.
Yes.
We've got all sorts of new information in the market, Dad.
Oh, good. You planning on sharing any of it with
me? So here's what I was thinking we do tonight.
Yeah.
We've got call-in working.
Yes.
So we're definitely going to do some phone calls.
Cool.
We have the news in the market.
Don't touch
That's
that.
an aggressive microphone touch. Yeah. We've got news in the market.
Yeah.
We've got potentially the bubble bursting. We talked about this on Thursday night. We'll talk about it again tonight. We also have an incredible amount of activity, Dad, that you've seen and you've been a part of back on the YAA community.
Yes.
It is truly remarkable. This gentleman, if I'm not mistaken, Jason, he's at the dealership, and my dad's in here.
And so another one of our community members, the gentleman's name is Space. You know, that could be my name as well. I just take up space, but Space has been very helpful. So a shout out to Space. He's been providing a lot of good information. I'm really happy that Space has been involved.
Space is helping a ton of people in the community. This is great, though. I mean, so Jason's literally at the dealership tonight.
Yes,
it's a Saturday night.
Actually, the finance lady's waiting for him
because he's on the community forum.
They're wondering why he's spending so much time in the lounge.
So we're gonna why he keeps tapping on his phone. So we're gonna be doing a few things. We'll we'll do the live call. We'll look at some of the data, and we'll look at actually some of the posts in the community channel as well, and see if we can help some people out that way as well.
Okay, I'm in. I'm here. I'm in. I type. I listen.
Audio check. Audio coming through good. It seems like it. We haven't had anyone. George K says, hello, YAA Army.
Well, yes.
Let's start with the data, Pops.
Okay.
Let's come back in here. Let me share my screen again. We've got the latest data from Black Book.
Yeah. Car poopy. Car and a poopy. And a Y. Car poopy.
We have the latest data from Black Book. Thank you, Stiggs. We've got the latest data from Black Book. We had our first week-over-week decline in wholesale used car prices since February, I think it was.
Something like that. It's been like 23 weeks.
We also have, and I want to pull this up on the screen, I want to pull up a comment we had from Skylar. Skylar works at a Ford dealership. Give me 1 second.
Yes.
Update on our shipments. Used car manager confused the used cars we're getting with new car shipments. 50 to 70 used cars by next month. 10 to 15 new cars.
Oh, there you have it. It's so good to be in the Ford business.
So we see on the used car side, wholesale prices beginning to decline.
Yes.
However,
and you know, there was a commenter who said, 0.02% is nothing. It's not a big deal. The big deal about it is that it was the first week in 23 weeks that we've seen any type of decrease. So yes, I agree. It's not a massive decline in values, but as I said to him, I'd like to see what this coming week's numbers are when they come out on Tuesday, and see if there's a reversal of that, or if it's a continuation and we see another slight decline. And obviously, the more weeks in a row that we can see a slight decline, that could eventually become what I think people call a trend.
Potentially. It's got the potential.
It does. Well, it starts with the first declining week.
I have potential. You have potential. Here's what I want to look at, though, Dad.
Yes. I remember a potential employer once saying to me I was trainable.
Trainable.
I'm trainable.
You are trainable. Here's what I wanted to look at, Pops.
Yeah.
We have the update
For
So
days supply of cars?
if you're unfamiliar with YAA,
Yeah.
back at our website, which we updated our website, look at those two guys.
Oh my God.
If you become a member,
Yes.
you can look at market day supply data. You just plug in a VIN where
You're
you can
kidding.
search for a vehicle. So like
Yeah.
if you're interested in 2021 Ford F-150s,
Yeah.
put your zip code in where we were in 08406.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see all of the Ford F-150s in your area that are for sale. And we have our negotiability score, which shows you how likely,
Yeah.
or in this case, there are currently none for sale within a 100-mile radius, potentially.
I'm not buying that.
Fair enough. I'll show an example of one that actually works, though, so you can see how long it's been on a dealer's lot, right?
Yes.
We always have been talking about that. So what Automotive News does is they aggregate everything once a month,
Yes. The beginning of every
the
month.
beginning of every month, and they show you your market day supply.
Yes.
And so I thought we could take a look at that because, again,
Yes.
to reiterate it, for those of you
Yes.
just joining us, Black Book is telling us, hey, it's the first week-over-week whole-sale used car decline.
Yes.
The reason that we've seen used car prices skyrocket is because there's been a lack of new cars.
Yes.
So you would think, okay, maybe the reason they're just starting to decline is maybe there's more new cars. That's not quite the case. I think it's more that we've reached our ceiling in terms of what people are willing to pay for used cars, right?
That's our hope.
I mean, that's what it's got to be because
Yeah.
you look at the data here, Dad,
Yes.
and you have the days supply of inventory for June versus the days supply of inventory for July. We do see some upticks in a few crucial areas. Look at that. Mustangs went from a 23-day supply to
Total
a
Ford
57-day
car
supply.
went to a 49-day supply.
But total Ford went from a 30 to a 35. So there's a slight increase in
Yes.
supply, but nothing.
Not
I wouldn't say
major.
it's material yet, would you?
Yeah, it's on par with the size of the decrease in wholesale values at the auction.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But
It's
it
a
could
start.
be a trend.
So we've got Ford going in that direction. Let's
Yes.
take a look. Lincoln increasing as well. Total Ford was 30 to 35. Let's look at our dear friends over at Acura. The NSX went from a 9-day supply to a 14-day supply. There you go.
Probably they shipped 3 or 4 to 3 different dealers.
Look at your MDXs, Pops.
Yeah.
14-day supply right now.
Yeah. Well, which means that if you're interested in MDX, you're paying for it.
Yep. So we actually saw Acura's day supply of inventory decrease again.
Yes.
So again,
that's not good.
This is indicative of what we've been seeing. There's not enough
Scroll
cars.
down, I can see that Honda has declined as well. The whole Honda
I think Honda's going to be all the way up here. Let's see. Total Honda went from a 26-day supply to a 22-day supply.
American Honda.
And that includes
27,
Acura.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a Honda dealership, what's a typical Honda dealership in, I don't know, like a metro area? Like what's a Honda dealership in Chicago moving each month in terms of inventory?
300 new cars.
Okay.
350, 400 new cars.
And this is from Automotive News.
Yeah.
This is the industry publication that we just
It's on my stool. You put it on the stool down there.
Oh, I'm about to do a little.
No, don't.
This is from
that could create images that nobody wants to see. Oh Lord!
Automotive News.
Yeah, I just picked it up out of the mailbox today.
Put it back. Gotta put it back.
Oh.
No one screenshot that. That is not to be screenshotted.
Oh my God.
Automotive News, the
Yeah.
industry publication.
Yeah.
This is coming from them. I mean,
Yeah.
it's showing you that days supply of inventory is still going down. And if you
Yeah.
sell 300 to 400 cars and you've got a 23-day supply,
You don't have a month's worth of cars.
and you don't have much incentive to negotiate.
No.
Let's keep going through Pops. We have total Genesis. Genesis went down. More
Yeah.
importantly, Hyundai.
Hyundai went down.
3 cars. Let's see. Yeah, total Hyundai. Mazda. Wow,
Yeah.
Mazda down to a 16.
Yeah.
16
Look at
day
Subaru.
supply. All right, this is remarkable.
An 8-day supply.
We drove past the Subaru dealership here
Down
in
here,
Atlantic
yeah.
City
Yeah.
last night when we were going to dinner.
Yes.
Looked like they had legacies. That's
Yeah,
about it. Let's see. What's the day supply on?
But Subaru car, yeah, there's a 15-day supply of Subaru cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a
But they're-
6-day,
yeah.
a 7-day supply of Subaru trucks. That's their
Yes.
SUVs. I
Yes.
mean, that is.
That's, hey, we got a week's worth of cars.
I mean, if you are in the market for a Subaru and you can find one at MSRP,
If you're in the market for a Subaru and you found a dealer that's willing to discount it at all,
jump on it.
I mean, there's There's no cars. There's no vehicles.
Let's keep going through. Alex, Alaska Sound Guy, wants to know how Mini supply is. I don't think Mini's going to be reported here. Also notice BMW is not reported here as well.
No, and that's why Mini's not reported.
So we've got Subaru, so then Lexus and Toyota. Toyota is at, okay, so Toyota's come up to a 19-day supply of vehicles. Fantastic.
Yes.
And Volvo is up to a 47-day, 30-day.
Yeah,
down
so
to
they've actually gone down a little bit. So two big players in the import market that you don't see are Mercedes and BMW.
And also no Nissan on here.
Yeah.
And also no Stellantis.
Yes, the lost
and look at this
continent of Stellantis.
Look at this comment here. Ford Motor Company resumed monthly inventory reports in November 2020, beginning with the October 2020 inventory reporting period.
Yeah.
When you're a manufacturer and traditionally you've shown your inventory month over month over month, and also remember when
they used to show their sales.
They used to show their sales month over month.
Now they do it quarterly.
Yeah, if that even.
Yeah.
It's a sign that you're hurting. Things aren't great.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is still a seller's market, whether it be for new cars or pre-owned cars. And the pre-owned cars are getting edgier and edgier, and the new cars are becoming less and less. So those who are interested in a new car, if you can be somewhat flexible as to color and equipment, you might be able to find something. If you are dead set on a certain color with certain equipment and knowing that there's just a limited supply, you're going to be paying top dollar.
Cosmo Italia.
Yes.
$5 donation. Thank you very, very, very much.
Yes,
Cosmo wants to know, Pops, you guys liking the new Ford vehicles?
I don't know. I haven't seen any. Truth be told, there's very few brands of cars that I don't think very highly of. I don't have any issues with Fords.
No.
Yeah. No. So, I think the Bronco's a good looking vehicle. Somebody here at the condo has a new Discovery.
Yeah, it's great.
That I think is a really good looking vehicle. Now, whether or not it's dependable, that itself would be a discovery.
Yeah, it really would be. Probably not one you'd want. So, Pops,
not a Discovery, Defender, excuse me.
Defender.
The new Defender.
All right, Pops. So let's take a quick peek here back in the community. We've got, so this is where we post the YouTube videos or like when we go live and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just check it out. Community.
Yeah, look at that. The headline. What was your headline?
Car prices plummet. The bubble is finally bursting. Scotty Kilmer influence.
Yeah. That's hardly clickbaity at all, ladies and gentlemen.
So I want to actually address, because Jeremy put some questions in here. So let's see if we can answer these real quick. He said, when is the appropriate time to ask the dealer to take off the added dealer markup as well as the dock fee?
Okay, how about a hello?
Is it normal practice to have the original salesperson who I picked out and then later they bring on 2 additional salespeople in? When is the best time to in the negotiating process to ask for the dealer invoice?
When you've selected a car.
Yep, right at the beginning.
Well, yeah, you have to select a car and make sure you found a car that you like, and then it would be appropriate to ask for the invoice. Doesn't mean they're going to share it with you, but you can ask.
Yep.
In my steps to the sale, selection is number 2 on the list. Excitement, selection, write up, demo, then write up, commitment, sale. But so you have to make a selection,
and then,
because otherwise you're just having a conversation. And I don't know how to break it to you, but most salespeople aren't that interested in a conversation.
Most people who have tried to buy a car are very aware of that.
Yeah.
Okay, Pops, I actually want to show one other thing, and then what I'd like to do is open up the phone lines for the beginning of the night, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we have a success stories channel in the community as well. And it's been really cool as people have started to filter into the community. I think this was from Chaz. Did you read his? You read them all.
I think I responded to it.
Yep. Great job, Chaz. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I think I gave him I gave him the Ray Shefska stamp of approval and the Kimberly Klein stamp of approval.
Oh my God.
And then Kimberly she emailed me. She made me a Zach Shefska stamp of approval.
Wow.
We haven't used that yet.
Okay.
The reason I bring this up is because it shows persistence for the gentleman who asked that question about when do you bring up these things to negotiate. Chaz's story here, let me put it in the chat actually. Chaz's story is a great example of how you can actually approach negotiating.
Yeah.
And you got to be persistent.
Yes.
And you got to play.
You have to have
play
patience.
the game.
Yeah.
But it's a great example. Let me toss it in the chat. Come over here.
Okay.
Got a little Inception action going on. There we go. Yeah, he ended up getting his truck. He ended up trading in his car for more than it was worth with a broken suspension. It was a beautiful situation. And he ended up coming out on top.
You know what I feel bad about? Is the next guy that gets that trade in.
Well, they're probably going to do some work on it, hopefully.
Really?
Maybe not. Okay, you want to open up the phone lines?
Whatever you say.
All right, let's see here.
Does that mean I have to put these on?
Put those on.
So this is how this works. It's an 800 number, toll free, ladies and gentlemen, 855 587 2886. That's 855 587 2886. Out of towners dare not call collect because we are not accepting any collect calls this evening.
Evidently, we're not accepting collect calls.
Any evening, come to think of it. Yeah.
I don't think we are. Yeah, call in with whatever questions you got.
Yes.
Stories, anecdotes.
Yes. Anything.
Someone somewhere.
Because, well, you now have a menu that you have to go through, so it takes like an hour and a half.
Oh, I did introduce a menu. Yeah, when you call.
Yes.
You talk to me.
Yeah, and it's number 3 you want to push.
Push number 3. When you call in number 3.
Okay, because I've done it, and really.
Oh, yeah, we tested, and my dad has to keep
you
calling.
have to invest 10 minutes of your life just for it to ring through to someone.
Well, we got complaints about what it was before.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Now people are calling, going, "I'm not listening to this."
Now we got to filibuster even longer.
Okay.
I thought it was coming.
Yeah.
Maybe could we just call your sister? I mean, my sister.
I don't have a sister. We could call my brother. I haven't spoken to him in like 2 weeks.
855-587-2886.
Oh, there we go.
Saved.
Thank God for Tony.
The bell.
Yeah.
All right, Tony, how are you doing? Zach and Ray here.
Yeah, Tony here from Arizona. How you guys doing?
Good, Tony.
It's good to have you.
Would this be Tony Paget from Arizona?
That's exactly right.
Oh, my God.
How you doing, Tony?
Doing good. Hey, I just wanted to get a story from Ray. Ray, what was the worst parts of your job as a car salesman? I mean, what was the part of the day other than maybe paperwork that you just really dreaded?
Well, the worst part for me, when I used to wear suits to work, and I stopped that after a couple of appraisals. When I used to have to get on my hands and knees and look under a vehicle to make sure that there weren't any issues, and then I would end up either ripping the seat out of my pants or I'd end up with grease on my knee. So the worst part for me was getting in some people's trade-ins that, I don't know, might have been 8 or 10 years old and never once had been cleaned. And I would have to get in there and pretend I was having a good time.
I feel the same way when I get in my wife's car sometimes. It's pretty messy.
Yeah, I feel that way when I go to my son's apartment. So I don't go there often.
My apartment looks good. What are you talking about? It's a little gross, but it looks okay.
See, I've lived with my son, so I know what to expect now. But that to me was the worst part, getting in filthy, dirty trades.
Okay. No, it's always great listening to you guys. Enjoy watching. And even though I had bought a car about a month ago, I just find this all educational and entertaining on a Saturday afternoon, especially with a couple of beers in 110 degree weather.
Well,
so thanks you guys for what you do.
And Tony, I don't know about you, but I'm going to be glued to the television tomorrow night.
Let's go Suns, baby.
Yeah. Yep, me too.
At about 8:00 tomorrow night Eastern time. I guess the game's 5:00 your time, and hopefully our Suns can pull out victory number 3. And no team in the NBA has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit. So in the finals. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not even a basketball fan, but I enjoy the talent of the teams and the hustle they're showing. It's amazing.
It really is. It's not my father's Phoenix Suns.
Hey, well, Tony, thanks for calling in. You're all over the community as well, which we greatly appreciate. And see you next stream, or see you as you keep watching.
Yeah, maybe I'll fly out there for a victory parade.
See you, Tony.
Yeah, 110 degree heat. We'll enjoy you with open arms. Come on over.
See you, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. Bye.
Opening the phone lines back up. Pops, we got the call into work again.
We did. Look at that. Yeah, you deserve a high five.
Can I get the first Ray Shefska stamp of approval of the night. I also added a little gimmick.
The Ray Shefska stamp of approval. Oh my God, that is a gimmick.
I added that, so now when
I must have been drunk on power when I did that.
I actually edited it. Oh, you're on with your with YAA. What's your name? Where are you from? What can we do to help?
Hi, this is Kevin from South Carolina.
Hey, Kevin, how are you tonight?
All right, great. I have a question. We have to turn in a lease in August.
Okay.
And we're wondering, the three options that we're dealing with is going to obviously buy a car. Well, not obviously, but perhaps buy a new
Kevin,
car,
can I stop you
like
for 1 second? Can I? You said you were from North Carolina?
No, South Carolina.
South Carolina. Well, I know in South Carolina they don't say car.
by way of Boston.
Okay, there you have it. Thank you.
So we're looking, we might buy, but we're also possibly thinking maybe it's a Subaru and maybe just turning it in and doing another lease.
Okay.
And I heard what you said about the stock for Subaru, so maybe that's really not a good option. The deal is even looking for to do leases right now with the way the market is, or
well, yeah, they would, and they would be thrilled to get their hands on your Subaru lease return. They would love to have that for the lot. So you very well might have a little bit more leverage than, say, the average person walking into a dealership that doesn't have a Subaru lease to turn in.
And so, to be honest, we're not. If we do another lease, we'd probably we prefer probably not to do a Subaru, maybe.
Okay.
So if the local Subaru dealership has like a sister dealership, would they be willing to deal with us on doing a lease with some other type of maybe a Toyota or a Hyundai that's their a parent or a sister company or something like that?
They might. Right now, a lot of the captive lenders will not quote a lease payoff to any dealer other than that brand,
which is a huge development that we actually
Yes.
need to talk about some tonight.
So it makes it more difficult for you to be able to trade it or turn it in at the other dealership. You would have to turn it in at the Subaru dealership and then go to the competitor, the Hyundai or the Toyota store, and see if you could work a deal there.
Okay. What's your thoughts on like the Kias and those? We're looking probably in the range of say 20 to 25,000.
There's in today's world, I mean, there's the less expensive brands are of better quality than they've ever been.
I think VW just came out with the Taos, which I've heard a lot of really good things about initially. But I mean, no sense of reliability yet, but it's in that price point.
There's a lot of good cars today. Obviously some are better than others. But it's not like when I first got in the business and there were good cars and then there were cars that were just absolute junk. So, I mean, if you're, there's no Yugos today. So if you're looking at Kia or Hyundai, those are fine brands today. They've really stepped up their game over the last decade or so, and they really produce excellent vehicles. Now, the one thing I can share with you about those brands is they don't lease as well as say your Asian brands like Toyota or Subaru or Honda. The residuals on the Kias and the Hyundais are considerably lower than they are on those other brands. And the lower the residual, the higher the payment, as you know.
Yeah, if we do something like a Kia, we'd probably just end up buying it as opposed to leasing it. We just want to look at that buy lease option.
Sure.
And to be honest with you, the Subaru we have, it's an okay car. It's a Forester, but it driving wise, I'm not crazy about it.
Gotcha.
So I think the Kias probably drive a little bit better.
Well, there's only one way to find out. That's to take a few for a test drive, so you can get a better sense and a better feel as to how you like the ride and handling of those vehicles.
And you'll have to circle back with us, Kevin. If you're not in the community forum, share whatever deal worksheets you get. This is where we're here, and we want to help.
I just signed up, so
awesome. Well, can't wait to see you posting in there.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Kevin. All the
Kevin.
best. So, Pops, let's take these off just for a second. And also, Jeff just signed up. Thank you, Jeff. Greatly appreciate
look
that.
at that.
Got a couple comments that I want to hit on here. One was we've got John asking if you can give a sales pitch for the AMC Pacer.
Could.
I won't make you. I won't make
Thank
you
you.
do that.
Yeah.
I wanted to pull up here a couple
I
things.
used to drive, and I think I drove a Pacer. I had a
All right,
Pacer.
now I got to pull an AMC Pacer up.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let me share my screen. You drove one of these?
Yeah. My father had one for the business. So I got to drive it. Yeah.
My dad's dad had a vending machine business, so
Yeah.
he used to run vending machine routes.
Yes, you could fit a lot of vending machine crap in a Pacer. It was
No wonder you like small cars.
it was big for its size. In like it
Wait. How many times did Mom hear that?
often from Jump Street. But my point is that AMC was so far ahead of their time in the design of their cars.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, look how bulbous this car is.
Let's look how bulbous it is.
Okay. I mean, look at that. And it was just, and they were uglier than sin. But I mean, they had more usable space than most cars their size. And so eventually in today's world, what have we seen? We've seen them figure out how to create more space out of smaller cars.
No, you're right.
So they were too far ahead of their time, which is why they went out of business. But yeah,
one of my favorite automotive YouTubers, their channel is called The Straight Pipes.
Yeah.
They're the two Canadian guys. I think I've shown you them before.
Hey?
Yeah. But what they do what's called a box test.
Yeah.
They literally see how many boxes
they can fit
and like
in
some
stuff?
of the smallest cars, you can fit the most boxes. It's pretty
well,
remarkable.
we know from experience,
Mini,
that driving cross country, you can stuff an awful lot of
stuff
in a Mini.
So I wanted to show you here. We got this. We get a lot of Instagram DMs. This one was from someone who works at a CarMax.
Yeah.
Attention, lease customers. CarMax cannot purchase a vehicle currently leased through the following companies: Nissan, Infiniti, Toyota, GM, Ford, and Mazda. And
they can add Honda to that now.
And now, as of yesterday, Honda cracks down. No more returning leased cars to others. Lots Honda and Acura dealers, they have to go through the dealership.
Yes.
Okay, I'm actually a bit frustrated myself that we didn't start with this. This should be the lead. This is the most anti-consumer thing we've seen come out of, in my opinion, come out of the pandemic.
Yeah.
The concept of lease equity has now
vanished for the customer. But here's what you have to remember. Okay. It's not the customer's car.
No, I know.
The lender owns the car.
That's fine. This is just like
but the way.
How long has leasing been around?
A couple weeks now. The way salespeople were taught to sell a lease was that, would you prefer to have options or obligations at the end? 3 years from now. And so your options with a lease were, you could just turn it in and walk away and pay a disposal fee.
The disposition fee.
Disposition fee, yes. You could turn it in and lease another vehicle of that brand. Or if you loved it, you could buy it at a preset guaranteed future value, which was set the day you signed the lease.
Yep.
And we're in one of these weird circumstances where, for the first time in my 43 years in the car business, these lease cars that are coming back actually are worth much more than their residual values. And in the past, one of the ways you'd sell it, if the car is worth more, you could buy it and you can sell it, and you can sell it for the market value. And you could you could trade it into another dealer because they're going to give.
And you
but
can
now
still do that today in the sense that you have
have to buy it
You have to
first.
buy it first.
Now you have to buy it first.
So essentially, the big implication here. I mean, let's just be very real about it. Carvana and Vroom,
Yes.
and CarMax were paying, but primarily Carvana and Vroom were paying out the wazoo for off-lease vehicles.
Yes.
And people were taking it there. And
Yes.
essentially, what would happen behind the scenes? Carvana has more money than you and I have in our bank account. So what they're doing is they're sending the checks off to the different people to get everything cleared.
Yeah.
And so for a short period of time, they're floating the cash to get everything cleared. Now what has to happen for that transaction is Honda's no longer going to accept the check from Carvana
or CarMax.
or CarMax. They're going to accept it from you.
Yeah.
So you got to
They'll help you refinance so you can buy it.
Then you could turn around and sell to Carvana. So
Yes.
they've
added a step
They've
for
added a
somebody
step
that wants to get their equity.
that we've been doing this for 18, 19 months.
Yeah.
When the pandemic started and when, or like a year after the pandemic and used car prices started rising, and I'm doing all these console calls, off lease people, I'm saying, go to Carvana. Just go. It's convenient. It's easy. They've got the money. They want to do it. Now that it's more challenging, you add any little bit of friction, people are just going to take it back to the dealership.
Of course.
That is anti-consumer in the sense that it is not beneficial for the dealerships for that inventory to go to Carvana. It's beneficial for the dealerships for the inventory to come back to
the
them.
captive lender has a responsibility to the manufacturer and to the dealer body to try and get as many of those cars back to their dealer body as they possibly can.
At the expense of anyone else.
Yeah, because if the vehicles go back to the if it's a GM and it goes back to a GM dealer, well, then there's a rather strong likelihood that the next person that buys that is going to end up financing that vehicle through GM's finance arm again.
Yep.
So it helps the finance arm, it helps
them
the dealer, it helps the manufacturer. But yes, it makes it uncomfortable.
You have to recognize in the world of YouTube, we have one of the largest megaphones for the consumer. We do.
Yeah.
Like,
is that because we're advocates?
Okay, and that's the thing is, I hope that as this becomes more common news and there should be some pushback to this. I guess is the point I'm trying to make, and hopefully we can champion that.
So far, every captive lender that has changed their policies as to who they'll give a payoff to has said that this policy is in place through the end of the year, where they will reevaluate what their position will be going forward into the new year. If there continues to be a used car shortage, then I am certain that the captive lenders will continue to insist that these vehicles go back to the brand dealers. If there's suddenly an exorbitant amount of pre-owned cars making it into the market.
How do you spell exorbitant?
With an EX and then an orbitant. So
then maybe it'll change. But I just wanted to make sure we hit on it.
Yeah. No, it makes it's not to say that a customer still couldn't make money buying the vehicle at the end for the residual value and turning around and selling it for the market value.
Yeah.
It's added a step and cut into the profit a little bit. But there's still a profit to be had if you want to go through all that.
We've got a couple things in the live chat we got to catch up with. Aaron Thomas donated $2 Canadian.
Thank you.
Let's do a quick check.
We always $1.37.
That's what we're going to check. We got to do Canadian to USD. So you said it was $2. Whoops, that's images.
I said like $1.37.
You're going to $1.30. I'm going to $1.60 now that we pulled it up. Look, I was right. So Aaron said,
so much easier when you've pulled up the calculator.
Aaron says,
that's
a nice Maple Leafs jersey. I'm in Canada. Do you provide helpful tips here? Unfortunately, we don't have anything Canada specific. However, I did post in the community in the feedback channel just the other day, asking if there was interest in an electric vehicles channel and a Canadian channel. So I think we will add a Canadian channel so that people in Canada can help each other in Canada. The tips and things we talk about should apply.
I mean, I don't think car dealers do business significantly different than in Canada than we do here in the United States. So a lot of the negotiating tactics and the email templates and things like that should work in Canada.
Absolutely. Tony P, who called in before, big business anti-consumer, never heard of that before. c'est la vie, how it goes.
Something like that.
Let's see. I think Aaron had asked how he can. Yeah, Aaron said, how do I come on the show and ask a question? Well, what we do is you either post in the community and we're active in there, or let me hit the right button, Pops.
Yeah, or you call 855-587-2886 and push 3 when you're given your options.
So I got a few other little
Down goes Shefska! Down goes Shefska! Howard Cosell's on the show tonight?
Howard Cosell is on the show tonight.
Oh my God.
Pops, I figured out how to use a little soundboard.
I can see that.
I'm really proud.
Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
I'm gonna find all these clips from our old videos, put them into the soundboard, and then when things happen, we'll be.
Oh, can I say one thing?
Until someone calls.
3 weeks from now, on
we're going to a boxing match
on July 31st. It's a Saturday night. The fights start at 7:00. I already bought tickets. I'm taking, and this is for Zach's birthday. It's his birthday present. His birthday's July 22nd, but he won't be here for me to celebrate with him. So we're doing it. He's never been to a live boxing match. I've gone to so many live boxing matches in so many different venues in so many different cities. I can't even begin to count them all. But I've always wanted to take Zach to a boxing match. So we are on July 31st. So we won't be able to live stream that night unless we're doing a ring breakdown, round by round scoring.
You're on with YAA. What's your name? Where are you from? What can we do to help?
My name is Steve. I'm calling you from Florida.
Steve, you mind speaking up just a touch?
Hi, Steve from Florida. I see your last name on our caller ID. I won't necessarily say it, but I will tell you this: that was my mother's maiden name.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes,
we're related.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah.
My father was born in Jersey. You're in Jersey.
Well, I don't know. Her father lived in Philadelphia. Yeah.
Oh, my mother lived in Philadelphia, but that was the other side of the family.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe we all know each other.
That's a small world. Yeah.
It is.
The reason I'm calling, I wanted to ask you a question, Ray. You have a lot of experience, and I noticed when I lived in New York, which was more than 30 years ago, and I used to buy cars. I'm a little bit older than you are. When I lived in New York and I used to buy cars, I used to use the same salesman all the time. Every couple of years I go in, he'd be there, and I'd always deal with him, and he always would give me the right price, and that was it. I moved to Florida. I never saw such turnover. You go to look at a car, a week later, the salesman you spoke with doesn't work there anymore. Why is there so much turnover down here, and up there was never any turnover?
That has been one of the hardest aspects of the automobile business, was getting people to stay for any extended period of time in one dealership. I experienced it when I ran dealerships in South Jersey. I experienced it in Arizona, and I experienced it in Maryland. The thing that I used to always share with the salespeople was the grass isn't greener somewhere else. I don't care where you go. You're still selling cars. Mm-hmm. Okay. So if you can find a place that is comfortable, and the real key to the business was what your salesman did. He was there. You would go see him every 2 or 3 years, and he didn't have to find new customers. His old customers would keep coming back to find him. So the key for a salesperson to be successful in the car business is to stay put, develop a strong customer base, and just work off of repeats and referrals. But it's hard to get people to understand that. Now, I don't know why.
I figured that maybe the pay plan changes down here. Maybe they're not paying them the same as they pay them up north.
Well, I don't know. They should be able to afford to pay them more in Florida with those exorbitant dock fees.
How do you spell exorbitant?
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Yeah.
I know you must have heard of Earl Stewart. Have you heard of him? He's a Toyota dealer.
Yeah. Yes.
And he has a radio show that's also on YouTube on Saturday mornings, and he sends out mystery shoppers. And he sent a mystery shopper up to a Kia dealer up in Orlando that had a Telluride for sale. And the Telluride, they added $17,000 above sticker price, and they wouldn't budge.
Well, that makes perfect sense to me if you don't want to sell a car.
He said there was only one left, and the dealer said, and he said, and we're going to sell it. we're going to sell it to somebody.
Yes, but the flaw in that thinking is that somebody that pays $17,000 too much will never ever buy another car from that dealership, and they will never ever recommend to their friends, family, or acquaintances that they go to that dealership. So
I agree with you. I think it's a terrible way to do business.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And in fact, that Orlando is maybe 3.5 hours from where I am, and the general manager of the dealership up at Key up there, he advertises on a radio station down here to get people to come up from Palm Beach County. I know who he is because he's always in all his ads. He's been in 2-3 dealerships down here. He as the general manager, he floats.
Well, when I worked in the Baltimore, Washington area, that's the one thing around that beltway is the same sales managers travel from dealership to dealership to dealership. They never seem to stay anywhere long, but they never seem to have difficulty getting another job. I don't get it. Yeah,
that's interesting. I was in a business that had big turnover too, but the people when they left the business. They never stayed in the business. It's very interesting that I like I say, and you can't build a rapport with a salesman who's 20 years old, and he tells you that he's going skateboarding after he leaves the dealership that day. It's very hard to deal down here.
Well, Steve, thanks for calling in. We really appreciate you being a part of YAA, and
we'll have to check the family tree to see if we're related.
Yeah, that's funny. Like I said, my mother was in Philadelphia. We grew up in Philadelphia.
Okay, well,
and my father was born in Union, New Jersey.
Well, if anybody in your family was in the dressmaking business, then they might be related to my side of the family.
Thanks for calling in, Steve.
To both of you.
Same here, Steve. Have a good one.
See ya.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Pops, we've got a couple things we got to do.
Yeah.
First and foremost, we are going to be doing an Aaron Thomas, another donation, $5, which comes out to $3.60, I guess.
I'll take 20 cents off each dollar.
Aaron Thomas, we are going to let him call in next.
So that would be $3.80.
We can pop these off. We also just got a very thoughtful donation from, Edward Panta.
Not Edward, Panta. Thank you, Edward, and thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Edward. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, Edward, and thank you, Aaron.
Yeah.
Edward says, just wanted to say thanks, gents. Sold my car for $800 more than what it was appraised for last year. The YAA site and community are awesome. What would be your guess on when prices start coming down?
Really down?
Down.
I think we're still looking first quarter to the first half of next year.
Yeah, I'd say 8 months. I feel like 8 months is now the aggressive, optimistic.
Yeah.
Because that's when the
8 to 12 months, probably. Yeah.
8 to 12 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like what we're seeing right now is because it's you hit your ceiling. Okay, we can only make this much. There's only so many people in the world that want to pay over MSRP.
That want to pay way too much for everything.
Yeah. Got a really good example actually on the community. I want to pull up Melissa.
Bless her heart.
With a $22.22 donation. If only it was my 22nd birthday.
Yes.
I'm starting to understand now, as you get older, how you kind of wish you were younger. I'm like, wow, I'm old now.
You're going to be 26, buddy. Holy mackerel.
2 vehicles in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Coaching by Chef Skaduo.
Yeah.
And F&I Goddess giving her best 2 cents.
God bless all of us. And Melissa.
That was really good, Melissa.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Thank you for the very thoughtful donation.
Thank you.
It all is greatly appreciated.
Yes.
So I actually do want to show one thing, and then we're opening up the lines exclusively for Aaron. You like how I got you water? I thought that was somewhat thoughtful. There was a Miata, a woman.
Oh, can I say thank you for getting me the water?
Of course, man.
Okay.
Yes, here we go. So we have a Review My Deal channel.
I've seen that.
And Space is a great example. The gentleman's or the woman's Space in here reviewing deals is really, really great. This is where you can get your deal reviewed. It used to be in my email inbox. We've moved on. We've upgraded. Look at this Miata. So she put the VIN in here. I actually think I already ran it in my account. So let me see real quick.
Good thing you have an account.
This Miata right now with 46,543 miles.
What year is it?
It is a 2013 that had an original MSRP of $23,500.
Yeah, but it's a PRHT Grand Touring.
I find this fascinating.
Yeah, that an 8-year-old car will have only gone down in value $4,000.
And then when you look at the actual like deal plus the doc fee and everything, I mean, it's
Yeah.
21.4 out the door.
Yeah, who's financing that?
Isn't that nuts?
Yes.
On a 8-9-year-old car.
Yes.
I mean, just truly craziness.
Yes.
Perfect example of what's going on out there.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, it really, really is.
Although that really is a lovely car, and I wouldn't mind considering it for, say, half that price.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It hasn't depreciated at all.
Yeah.
All right, let's open the phone lines back up. This is for Aaron. This is an exclusive phone number for Aaron.
Isn't he calling from Canada?
I hope he can get through.
Yeah.
He said he left a message.
Okay. Well, we're here.
YAA community, please let Aaron call.
Yes.
Please let Aaron call. Oh, I've got one other.
If I blow up, ladies and gentlemen, it's only because I had an internal sneeze and not an external one. Wow. Man, you really dug deep in the vault for some.
I got to get some of you doing like, yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
when
buddy.
people do successes, I can be like,
Yeah.
I can just hit that button, play
Yeah.
that sound.
No, that would be good. I'll give you a yeah, buddy, anytime.
Well, I got a few others. On this.
Okay, cool.
Ray Shefska. Stamp of, I can't wait to give someone one time.
Down goes Shefska.
I was going back
You
through
should have
like,
played that when you were getting the automotive news.
oh, again.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah.
855-587-2886. Aaron, we're not waiting on you, but we're waiting on you.
Yeah, we're sort of waiting on you, Aaron. Let's go, buddy.
Someone just texted us. We
Yeah.
got people donating.
Yeah,
but we're
come
waiting
on,
for Aaron. People are texting us.
Yeah.
That's what that noise is.
Really?
Oh, here we go. Let me see if I can call him. I'm calling Aaron. We're calling Aaron directly.
Okay, we're calling Aaron. I like this.
This is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Come on, Aaron.
Pick up the damn phone.
Come on, Aaron. Come on, Aaron.
Aaron Thomas.
Aaron Thomas, this is Zach Shefska and Ray Shefska with YAA.
Hey, gentlemen, how are you?
Well, we're good. How the hell are you?
Thank you for the thoughtful donations. We really appreciate it. What's going on?
Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't be in U.S. funds, but
Hey, that's all
trying
right.
to grab attention without the conversion rate there.
Yeah. It's quite all right. That 380 will go a long way. Don't you worry.
I filled up
Hey.
my scooter today, and it
Yeah.
was $2.60. So you just helped contribute to that fund. So thank
Yeah.
you, sir.
Get a couple of coffees, right? There you go.
Yeah,
So,
there we have it.
Yeah.
Where are you located, and what's your situation?
So located in Toronto, Canada, and I kind of give you kind of I guess the Cliff Notes version of what I'm doing right now. But so I've always been taught to purchase a vehicle, right, to own it out front rather than to lease it and those things. And those are mindset issues that I've got to kind of figure out if that's what I want to do moving forward. But so I own a 2010 Hyundai Santa Fe, and I own a 2017 Hyundai Santa Fe Ultimate Edition.
Okay.
So
So
and I
you're
made
a
the
Santa
mistake.
Fe kind of guy, it sounds like.
Pardon me?
You're a Santa Fe kind of guy, it sounds like.
You know what? I'm as I mentioned in the chat, I work in marketing, and honest to goodness, I have no loyalty to any brands whatsoever.
So should we be
Funny
on our
enough,
best
I just
behavior
been,
right now?
I had good experiences with the person in service at the Santa Fe shop, so that goes to show you, right? So
Okay.
I fall into that trap. So the question is this: so I'm looking right now at a Grand Cherokee. I've looked at an Audi and a few other options because I kind of want to level up. I've got knock on wood, got a great job. Been very successful over the past several years, and things are going well. And when I drive into the parking lot at work, the owners are in Bentley and a few other things, and I'm in a 2010 Santa Fe. So it's it's not, I don't want to say embarrassing, but it's kind of
Here, let me help you, Aaron. That's embarrassing.
Well, there you go. But so I'm in Toronto, so it's kind of like LA. You sit 2 hours to work, 2 hours back in
Yes.
traffic, right? So for me, I really want luxury. I want to be able to, utilize the time correctly with the technology in the car. So with that being said, looking at options right now, and now is the spot in Canada where I'm trying to figure out from a leasing perspective or a financing perspective, your advice on purchasing a car at a higher level, not a higher level, but at a higher price point, starting to over here it'd be $75,000-$80,000.
Luxury cars tend to be leased more than purchased. For instance, BMW as a brand, probably on a national level, the number of leases is probably 50 to 55% of their business. Mercedes-Benz is even higher than that. The reason people lease luxury vehicles is because they depreciate so damn much. And you are better off, as somebody once said, you are better off to buy things that appreciate in value and lease things that depreciate in value. And except for this odd time that we're in right now, cars have always been a depreciating asset. So when it comes to higher end luxury cars, I think you're much better off leasing them for a couple of reasons. One, so you don't have to have the burden of all the depreciation, and B, once those son of a guns get out of warranty, it's like regular as clockwork. They just break, and when they break, they're expensive to repair. So.
That's very, very good advice. I really appreciate that.
Well,
so
that's what you pay me for, Aaron. You're paying me for good advice. You don't want me to give you crappy
well,
advice.
It's only Canadian. I can imagine if I donated American money, I'd get even better. This is
Did we get his brand loyalty yet?
Yeah, not yet. We're working on it.
Yeah. So the other question to that is, what are your thoughts? So I was at a dealership today, and we were looking at the brand new 2022 Grand Cherokee, and I think the retail on that was around 80,000. And anyways, we were looking at the numbers, and I basically were looking at the lease numbers, and I said, well, what if I put 20,000 down? And they were just saying, well, it really doesn't make sense to put money down on, when you're doing a lease. So I didn't know if that was, if that's a fair tactic say, or if that's something that okay, he's got a point, unless I just want to lower
want to put as little money down as possible on a lease. When you put $20,000 down on a lease, all you're doing is reducing the cost of the vehicle to the lender. So all you're doing is reducing your monthly payment. Just take that $20,000, put it in a separate account, and however much more the payment is without the $20,000, you can just take that amount out of that special account every month to make your lease payment.
Maybe you can be super clear. Putting any money down on a lease.
Yeah.
All that does is when the leasing company finances the purchase of the car that they're then about to turn around and lease to you, you're just making it so that they have to finance less. That's it, right?
Yes, you're lowering their costs. And if, God forbid, you have an accident with the vehicle and it's declared a total loss, well, that $20,000, you'll never, ever, ever see that again.
One more ever.
That's not yours. I have to give you one more ever on that. You'll never, ever, ever see that again.
That's another very good point.
Well, that's what you're paying me for.
Our tip jar's open, Aaron.
You'll be getting more.
I'm kidding.
No, so two quick last questions. I know you guys are busy. Do you find
1,000 people here
a
watching
percentage
this?
of when folks are leasing, high luxury vehicles? Do you find a percentage of them, that they're putting it into a company name versus their own name? Because that's what I was told by my accountant. Said, hey, if you're gonna lease, then register yourself a company, and then you can write that off.
Yes, you would have to check with your accountant. I have no ideas what the accounting laws are in Canada. I have some ideas as to what the accounting laws are for vehicle leases in the States, but I would never discuss whether you should or shouldn't for tax reasons. I leave that up to the professional CPAs and accountants to do that. But yeah, check with if your accountant suggests that you create your own company and you can lease it in the company name so you get the write-off, then by all means. If he's a certified accountant of some type, I would take him at his word.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and last question, and I will leave you with this, I promise.
Okay.
The margin wise, so do you find that there's, obviously a higher end vehicle, luxury vehicle, do you find that there's more negotiating room when working with prices? And would that be reflective on a lease as well?
There could be under normal times. These are not normal times. My suspicion is that there's many shortages of vehicles in Canada as there are in the States. But normally your higher end cars have higher margins built into them, and the dealerships are typically willing to negotiate more on them. But if there's shortages and there's still demand, then you'll find that this amount of the discounts won't be quite as great either for a purchase or a lease as they would have been in the past.
And maybe can you put a little meat on those bones there? And what I mean by that is you worked for an Audi dealership.
Yeah.
What's a I mean, I know it ranges, like an S7 is going to have a lot more margin built into it, but what's kind of a rule of thumb with some of
the way Audi does it, at least in the United States, is the margin is somewhat limited, but the back end money that can be earned by the dealerships for hitting sales objectives and things like that suddenly takes those somewhat limited margins from, say, 6 or 7% up to 12 or 13%.
And I think that's the helpful number is
yes.
the spread from not necessarily MSRP to invoice, but like the spread from MSRP to invoice plus the back end monies less the bonuses that you're going to get for hitting numbers is, I don't know, anywhere from 6 to 12% on some of these luxury cars.
Yes, absolutely. Or more.
Or more.
Yeah.
Aaron, if we start the Canadian channel back on the community, can you please post in there? Because I don't know. My sister's not in Canada anymore, so I don't know who to ask.
Zach, I left you during the voicemail. I think one of them I left. You should take a listen to it. I think you might be interested in something that I said. But hopefully we can connect soon. And I honest to goodness, really appreciate both of the show. I look forward to the Canadian version of this, hopefully coming out soon. And I very much appreciate the advice. And you both have yourself a wonderful, healthy rest of the weekend and enjoy it.
Thank you, Aaron. You do the same.
Take care of yourself.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Nicely done, Pops.
Yes,
that was
we're
fun.
helping our Canadian brethren.
Couple things.
Yes.
We've got some stuff in the chat we got to address. And also, that was the first time we've ever called someone.
And it actually worked. Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah. So just send your numbers in, ladies and gentlemen.
Matt Johnson, $5 donation.
Yeah.
You are nowhere near old, Zach. Did you ever call that number? Yes. Matt is hilarious. Matt sent me the Vroom call-in number.
Yeah.
But he had a typo in it. And he's like, holy cow, look what's going on with Vroom. You call the number, the typoed number.
Yeah.
And it went to like a medical health services line.
Cool.
And so I looked at it. I looked what he typed to me. And I looked at Vroom's footer and their phone number. And I emailed you back, Matt. I said, you sent me a typo number. He thought that the Vroom number was, anyway.
Yeah.
We got a $5 donation from Stand Up Ann.
Yeah.
Is it better to buy a car from a lot or showroom? I think the question here is going to be independent lot versus like a franchised new car dealership.
It depends. I mean, typically the vehicles that are on the independent lots are vehicles that the new car showroom dealerships didn't want. But it depends. I mean, there are independent lots, used car dealers that have been in business for years and years and years and have great reputations. And then there are others who are more fly by night.
And they've earned that.
And they've earned a bad reputation.
And regardless if you're buying a used car,
you're
getting a pre-purchase.
You should. You should. And so check with the Better Business Bureau. Get do some due diligence. If it's an independent lot, do some due diligence, see what type of reviews they've been getting and things like that.
Pops, we got a couple things we got to touch on. One is AG wants to know if you're on the precipice.
Well, if you keep giving me this water, I will have to press the piss. So, yes.
Kimberly Klein's in the house, the F&I goddess. She was on Thursday night stream. Thank you, Kimberly. If you want to join tonight, more than welcome to join. It's going to be a place to have you here. Pops, we got a couple more things. Oh, man. It's been busy. It's been busy. Let's see.
Jude,
I think I missed
was back in the house.
Lakewood ED.
Yeah.
Lakewood Ed.
Yeah.
Find a nice looking plane there. Thank you for that donation. Greatly appreciated. And then, yes, we have a couple other donations that have come through as well. I want to make sure we can acknowledge them.
Yes.
Also, Pops, did you see this?
What? I just officially saw 1,000 plus. Wow. Wow, that's some type of record, isn't it? At least for us.
For us,
yeah. Geez. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Stiggs. Thank you for everyone that's here. Glad to be able to help. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, I'm afraid it really is.
Sean's going to be following Deal School and sending out emails this week. That is
Okay, good.
awesome. That's a good thing to do.
There's
All right, here we go. Jude.
Yeah.
Did you, Zach, and Ray get me email question 7.8? Would it be better to call? Now that we have the community, Jude, honestly, getting a little out of the email inbox world. So if you want to, Jude, why don't you post your question on here on today's post where Jeremy posted his, because we'll come back and we'll answer Dominic's as well. So Jude, please post it here. That way we'll actually make sure that we're able to get to it. Now we're out of my email inbox. It's a beautiful thing.
No, that is a beautiful thing.
Lakewood Ed.
Yeah, back again
with another dollar.
Yeah,
and then our dear friend Aaron Thomas, who we were just talking to up in the Great North.
Another $1.61 for us.
No, that's $20, Dad.
Oh, $20. Jeez. Holy mackerel. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you for that, Aaron.
Jeez Louise.
That's going to our...
So take $4.40 off. That's what's $15.60. Thank you, Aaron. I can get a nice ice cream tonight.
Kimberly's saying we've got a great community on the website. Yeah, we really do. It's pretty incredible.
Yes.
Phone lines, or do you want to go into the community? We're 1 hour in. I think we should do at least another hour.
Or until the battery does.
I got 2 batteries.
Shit. There's no Suns game tonight.
There's no Suns game tonight, Pops.
Yeah.
Phone lines, or do you want to go to the community?
Whatever you want to do.
Let's rock, paper, scissors over it.
Just pick one. I'm good. I'll do whatever you want.
All right, we're going to open those phone lines back up, 855-587-2886.
Yes, and if you can't get through, just leave your number and Zach will call you back.
Press number 3.
Press number 3 because it's a
Zach added a menu, and evidently Dad doesn't like the menu.
There's a 10-minute delay.
There was a bit of a delay, yes.
Yeah. No, I don't mind the menu. It's, I was very impressed with the dulcet tones of one Zach Shefska when I.
Oh, and then it looks like Jude said, "I'm on disability, but I'm not cheap."
Ooh, okay.
Thank you for the donation. I now feel a little bit bad.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got this phone call coming in. We want to be able to help you, Jude, so we'll see. You're on with YAA. What's your name? Where are you from? What can we do to help?
How you doing? My name is Matt, and I am in the process of factoring order a car.
All right, Matt. What's the status update on where you are? What type of vehicle? All that fun stuff. And what can we do to help?
So I am in West Virginia, and I am trying to order a Dodge Charger Scat Pack. At first, I wanted to buy used, but as you know, that's pretty tough right now. Everything's above MSRP, so it's crazy.
Yes.
So when I went to order mine, I followed, your guys' tips on factory ordering a car. And I asked them to try to get as close to Invoice as possible. And they said the only way they could do that is to offer me the rebates that are available right now. And I, try to explain, that those aren't guaranteed for when I take delivery of the car. Why would I accept this? And they just really didn't give me a good answer. Is there any idea why they would do that?
Well, no. I mean, here's the thing. Why would they? Son of a bitch! I'm tied up in these cords. Why? They're not really going to discount an ordered car to any great degree when there's shortages of this particular type of car, and there are. So,
right.
What they can do, or what you can insist upon, is so they're not going to sell you the car at Invoice, even on an ordered car.
Okay.
In the old days, they might have. In the current market, they will not. So, see if you can work some type of discount from MSRP. Maybe 1,000, maybe 1,500, and then tie it all up with, plus it's understood that I will get whatever consumer incentives are available from Stellantis at the time I take delivery. On top of
right.
it. Yeah. I mean, I think that's legitimately the only way you'd really be able to do it.
So, I mean, what they're doing, what Dodge is doing right now is offering $1,500 or 0% financing. And
will they offer you $1,500 to order a car? And the only reason I ask is I know, for instance, with Mini, and I happen to lease a Mini, so I get all their promotions. If somebody were to go into a Mini dealership right now and order a car, because most Mini dealerships don't have any cars, they'll give you a $2,000 credit for having ordered a vehicle, which gets applied to the price of the car. Okay.
I don't think so. I did get them. They were able to come $1,000 off, other than the $1,500 incentive from MSRP. So, I mean, and that's the best that I've gone to dealerships, high and low, and that is the best offer that I've gotten so far. But I don't know if they're trying to pull a fast one on me with the whole incentives now or something. I don't get that.
Well, if they can't guarantee the rebate, because they can't guarantee it's going to be in place when the car comes in. So, like I say, work the discount, and if the best discount you can get is $1,000 off of MSRP, and then have it stipulated on the buyer's order that it's this price that we've agreed to, less any customer incentives that are available at the time that I take delivery of the vehicle. And you can find out what those incentives are simply by going on Dodge's national website, where they'll list whatever their incentives are, whatever their offers are.
Right. Right. Okay. And I just had one more question. I don't know. I forget what the YouTube channel's name is. It's like the Chevy guy or something, but he runs a dealership, and he was talking about floor plan assistance. Now, if you factory order a vehicle, does the dealership, if they know that a consumer factory ordered it, do they still get floor plan assistance?
Yes, because what happens if, God forbid, Matt, that somebody orders a vehicle, and from the time they order the vehicle to the time it gets built and to the time it shows up, that, I don't know, the customer dropped dead during that time. And guess what?
Right.
That dead person ain't buying that car. So
the
manufacturer gives you the floor plan assistance, whether it's a sold order or whether it's just a stock order, because there's any type of eventualities that could happen. And so it just, everything is standardized. So, yes, they get the floor plan assistance even on a factory order.
All right, awesome. Thank you guys so much for answering my questions, and thanks for all the videos you all put out. It's been awesome.
Well, thank you for
really
watching.
Appreciated it.
Well, we're glad to help. It's at this point the driving force in my life.
I got a text message I'll put up on the screen a little bit. Thanks for calling in, Matt. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
All the best.
Bye now.
Okay, Pops, we've got some questions we got to answer. We're busy, man. We're busy.
Yeah.
So we've got from Boravelli.
Yeah.
Asked in the community, but would like to ask a couple of questions. I am actually going to show and pull up back in the community as well, because I think I saw this one earlier. He was asking if okay, we're busy. Here you go.
Yeah.
Buying a car online, closing home, buying car.
Okay.
How soon after closing on a home can I buy a car? Can I buy on the day of closing after getting keys? I'm in Maryland. And our dear friend, the credit union advocate himself, Mike Dean, was in here answering this question. Evidently, Boravelli didn't like Mike's answer, so now we get a chance.
Okay.
So what's your take on that, Dad? How soon after closing on a house can you buy a car? Can you do it before?
Well, the only reason that you can't buy a car before you close on the house is because the mortgage company is going to run an updated credit report the day of or the day before closing is scheduled to see if you've added any additional debt. Once you've closed on the mortgage, if it's not a refi, there's not a 3-day right of rescission. So once you've signed on the mortgage, it's a done deal.
Yep.
So you could go out and you can then go buy a car, because they're not going to run another credit report to see if you've added debt. You've already closed on your debt.
Yep.
So that's the reason that you shouldn't buy a car before you close on a house. So once you've closed, good to
go.
If you want to go from the closing table to the local dealership, give it a whirl.
More power to you.
Yeah.
Other question was also, how accurate is the time on lot provided in the YAA reports? Just to make everyone aware, I think we were looking at one of these earlier, right? So this Mazda that I forget, it's another one of the community members is working a deal on. 10 days on lot.
Yeah.
I think we actually tell you right here. Yeah, the number of days the vehicle has been on the dealer's lot based on when the vehicle was listed online by the dealer. So what we're seeing a lot of nowadays is our dealerships turning around and putting inventory on their website before they even have it on their lot. So how reliable is it? It's as reliable as the dealerships listing it on their website.
So there you have it, folks. We're dependent upon those dealers that lie, cheat, and steal.
Oh, well, I mean, everyone knows that we're not, like we don't have any integrations with dealers or anything.
No.
So that's like the best that we can do is like whatever.
As you like to say, we scrape their websites every night.
We scrape them every night.
Yes.
All right. We had a very thoughtful donation from Kiyaj.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the knowledge and all you do for the community.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being a part of it.
And a huge thank you to everyone who, over the past, I'd say, 2-3 months, I don't know, we've just, like, there's been a lot going on, and it's been a bit stressful at times and kind of like coming to new right now. So thank you to everyone who's stuck with us and also that it's been a part of the community. You know, we launched the YAA community. We have something exciting that's actually launching on Monday. I think I told you about this.
Probably not.
If you go back on our website, we launched our annual membership as well.
Yes.
We still have the monthly, but we launched the annual.
Yeah.
Auto Advocate on Demand.
Yeah.
We're launching it on Monday.
No, stop. Monday?
We've got a couple people behind the scenes lined up to help. Hopefully we don't get too overwhelmed. If we do, then we'll probably have to press pause and then turn it back on. But live chat support. Super excited about this.
Monday?
I think, yeah. I'm not going to be able to talk to you on Monday. I'm going to be on chat all day, man.
Okay, cool.
So in addition to everything that we have, like in the research software, the email templates, the vehicle service contracts, speaking of which, if you want to get a VSC, you can meet with Kimberly, meet with her, discuss. We have the community now, which is so impressive. I'm so happy to see this. And then, launching Monday is the Auto Advocate on Demand. And so what that means is if you have any questions about your car, we're going to ask you, please post it in the community first because we can't get too terribly overwhelmed. But then if you want an expert, you want someone to answer your question, you can upload files, all that fun stuff. It's going to be right there at your disposal. And you'll be able to access that in your account.
But you have to be a
YAA member. That is not part of the free. There's plenty that's free.
Okay. So you have to be either the $14.99 a month.
Yes.
Or the annual membership of $60 a year. And both renew automatically, correct?
Yeah, you can cancel. It's very easy to cancel.
Well, why would anybody want to cancel?
You need to know. You go to account settings, and then you click on cancel if you want to cancel. Okay. And then it asks you, if you want to cancel.
Yeah. Okay, but so everybody should be aware that when you become a member, if you become a monthly member, it will renew automatically.
Just don't become a monthly member because that's so expensive.
Yeah, why spend $15 when you can spend $60 and be good for a year?
So to KJ or wait, what was that? Kiyaj, excuse me.
Kiyaj,
who's thanking us for what we're doing for the community, which we're trying our best.
Yes.
The way that we're figuring out how to build a business around this is that membership. So if you find it valuable, great. I'm super excited to get the live chat out there. Anyway, that was the sales pitch for the night.
Okay, cool.
Scott Jackson.
I thought I was doing pretty good on top of your sales pitch.
Well, your sales pitch was like explain to people how to cancel, which I feel
like no. You decided you wanted to show them how to cancel.
Because you brought up something, I got to show it.
Well, I was just saying that the people need to be aware that it renews automatically.
I think that's very fair.
Yeah. I mean, and we spell it out. You spell it out on the website, but
Scott Jackson.
Not everybody reads as much as they should.
I agree. Scott Jackson, $5 donation, very thoughtful.
Yeah.
Question: if I use a GM employee discount that I have access to, will I also be eligible for other manufacturer or dealer incentives or rebates?
Yes.
Also.
Yeah, yes, you will.
Yeah, but we've heard a lot recently that
a lot of the dealers aren't
even honoring employee pricing.
Yes,
let alone
Yes.
Yeah. So
but you are entitled to any of the consumer incentives that are available from the manufacturer, from GM.
Yes.
At the time you take delivery.
Yes.
They're stackable.
Paul said he takes my side on that one. I'm just saying.
What side was that?
I think probably on the thing that we were talking about.
What were we talking about?
But then Mike Q says, good disclosure, Ray.
Thank you. It's much easier to disclose up front than apologize for it after.
100% agree.
Yeah.
All right. So
that's just me.
That was a good hit you just had there.
Well, I'm sorry. If you heard that hit, I apologize.
All right. We've got a couple things that have popped up in the community chat here,
Well,
Pops.
let's go.
So
Come
let's
on,
go.
let's go.
Dominic says, Dominic from Arizona
Yeah.
via Bronx, New York. I like that. Let's do
Yeah.
vias now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have Carvana picking up my 2020 Nissan Rogue on Wednesday, and they're paying off my loan and giving me a check for $2,000. I wanted to know how your experience was. Thank you. I sold to Carvana. It was a breeze. That was also September of last year. So
Yeah,
I'm sure
and the
things have
difference
changed.
was that you had to give them a check because you owed more than what your car was worth.
I'm very curious if I had held on to it.
Well,
Wow.
yeah, if you would have held on to it for another 6 months, you probably would have
Made
found
more
yourself
money,
in
yeah.
a position where.
Should be a breeze, Dominic. Should
Yeah.
be really simple.
Yeah.
They're desperate for inventory, so they try and make it as
Yeah.
easy as can be.
And if not, I believe Ernie lives in Arizona. So
Yeah,
I see him directly.
Mr. Garcia.
Yeah.
He's the founder and owner.
Yeah.
Jeff Hillman.
Yeah.
We weren't planning to buy a car now, given the supply and pricing craziness, but we were just told that our 2013 Sienna needs about $8,000 of repairs, which is about the same as what we've seen offered for its trade-in price. It has 147,000 miles on it now. We tend to put 10 to 15,000 miles on it per year. So the question is, do we put the 8K towards a replacement now, even though the few cars that are available are overpriced, or do we fix it and wait for prices to drop?
Yeah, but when the prices drop, so will the value of your car.
You'll essentially have paid for it twice.
Yes, and you won't get back anywhere near that $8,000 that you put into it. So, if it were me, I think I'd bite the bullet and put it towards something newer.
John Opgard says, I used the language from the email templates and the salesman was less than receptive. He asked me to send him an offer, which I did. He then said that they would not entertain offers and that the web price was firm. There is no discount or movement on this price period. How would you recommend dealing with a salesman like this?
I would deal with his manager. That would be me. You just have to consistently move up the food chain.
Yep.
Until you find somebody that will either agree to do what it is that you're asking them to do, or will inspire those who have refused to do what you've asked them to do to actually do what you've asked them to do. But yeah, if you keep going up the food chain, I mean, if ultimately you get to the owner, and let's face it, the owner's spending thousands upon thousands of dollars every month to get people to either click on their website or walk into the showroom. I mean, thousands of dollars. And if he finds out that the people that he's attracting and that are trying to possibly do business with them are being turned away because the salesperson's too lazy to provide them with the information they asked for, or doesn't want to be bothered, well, the owner might take offense to that. I once worked for an owner whose line was, "Friends don't let opportunities walk."
Oh.
And if you work for me, you're a friend of mine. So friends don't let opportunities walk.
Yeah.
If somebody comes into the dealership, let's figure out a way to make a car deal, not figure out a way to send them on their way.
Yeah. No, it definitely sounds like that salesperson that he was working with is just someone who's not interested.
And now you know why you don't make the offer.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you want is you want to insist that you get the offer from them.
Pops, because I'm helping. I'm chatting.
Well, I'm glad you are. I'm glad you can multitask. You know, when you turn 70, you probably won't be able to do that quite so well.
Sometimes I feel like I can't, in all honesty.
Yeah,
but all right, let me hit send on this, Pops, and then what I'm thinking we do.
Okay.
I asked Jude, who wasn't able to get the characters, and I asked for them to DM me, so we'll see if they do that.
Yeah.
We have a contest going on. We're giving away stuff too.
Really? For what?
You know, just
was fun. I involved in this in any way?
We've got 3 contests running.
3?
The way to enter these contests, it's in the contest channel right here. James,
we have a contest channel?
James put this together. There's 3 different contests. You can enter into each of them. You win a lifetime YAA membership.
Lifetime?
Lifetime.
Not annual?
Not annual, lifetime. Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Or as long as we last, whichever comes first.
To enter, one of the ways you can enter, tell us about your biggest car buying regret and what you've learned since. Mike entered. 8 hours ago, Mike entered.
Bless his heart.
Easy. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, okay.
Oops, I must have clicked on the wrong thing. Contest.
Yeah.
What are the 3 things YA has taught you about car buying and why are they helpful?
Okay.
Post something there, you're entered.
Yeah.
Take a picture of an empty dealership lot and you're entered. I need to go to Kerbeck down the street and take a photo and enter.
What you should do is you should take a picture of you and your car parked in the middle of that empty lot. That, you know.
All you have to do is answer to these posts in the
Yes.
community channel,
Yes.
and you can read the rules and everything up here. But all you got to do is that to enter. And then we're going to be on August 6th.
August 6th.
We'll be going live. We'll be doing our thing. And we're
Is
going
that a
to...
Saturday?
I don't know what it is.
I'm
but
sure
we
it is
agreed to August
because
6th.
July 31st
Yeah,
is a Saturday. Yeah.
Lifetime memberships. We're going to be giving them out like Oprah
Well, with
gives
3
out
of them.
cars.
We're going to give away
We'll probably
3.
give out more, knowing me. I'll just come up with something. We'll give out more.
Wow.
Phone lines.
I'm sure the phones will be ringing off the hook now that there's ways for people to win a lifetime.
Lifetime, then.
Jeez.
We got to stick around. Okay,
Yeah.
Jude. Let's see here. Phone lines are open.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have your question here. My brother said I can still go the private seller route. Let me pull it up on the screen for everyone. So my brother said I can still go the private seller route when I found pretty good dealership I was going to wait on in Ohio. So what tools to see that a private pre-purchase inspection?
Yeah, I think he was asking if the market price report would pull up a
private
seller.
Yeah, market price report does. We scrape
Okay.
Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace.
Wow.
You're on with YAA. What's your name? Where are you from? What can we do to help?
Hey, this is Chris Gallagher in Ohio.
Hey,
Chris,
Chris,
how
how
you
are you
doing?
tonight?
Great guys. I wanted to first say I didn't want you guys to take it the wrong way. I didn't mean that I'm cheap. I just meant that I'm on a limited budget.
Oh,
Okay,
Jude.
Jude.
Jude is Chris.
Yeah.
I just connected the dots.
Yeah, very good,
Yeah,
Zach. I'm
yeah.
proud of you.
Well, Chris,
So-
you
so for-
donated to us.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. And
Yeah.
no, we're just here to help. That's all.
Yeah. So for clarity's sake, I was just wondering. I know I couldn't fit the question in there. So, by the way, when you say direct message, Zach, do you mean email you?
No, so now that we have the community, I'm going to share my screen really quick so that everyone can see. Now that we have the community, you can actually direct message on the community. So
on
any
the
other
community. So most
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
when they say direct message to me, they mean the messenger on Facebook, but you don't mean that.
I never check Facebook in all honesty. So you can actually start conversations with other community members. Like I can message my dad right now. Where you at, Pops?
Okay. Yeah,
Right.
this is normal for me. People don't understand. Maybe because of my disabilities, I'm on SSDI, but I'm not going to bore you with all that. So my question is, I've been following you guys. I'm going to continue no matter what my brother said. But I was ready to. My plan was to wait till the prices came back down. I'm gonna pay for the one-on-one that you guys think I provide, but I'm going to. So I'm telling my brother. He's saying, "Did you get your back pay yet from SSDI?" And it's a long, boring story, but it's missing. So I said, "No. When I get it, I'm gonna buy a used car. I know a good place." And I said, "But the computer chips." He had no idea about the computer chip shortage. So he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, you can always buy a used car from like somebody on Craigslist." So my question to you guys is when I do that, I know I learned from you guys about the private inspection, so I'm definitely going to be able to do that.
Yes.
But is there any other tools that you guys have, or can I just ask you that when I do the one-on-one service charge?
No, I don't think you even necessarily need to worry about a one-on-one. I mean, when it comes to buying private party, it's like buying a used car off a lot or at the dealership. You got to go through the same due diligence. So one of the other recommendations we have is call your insurance company, give them the VIN of the
Okay.
vehicle you're thinking of purchasing, see if they can pull up any information about it, things like that.
By the way, guys, I have a slight hearing loss, but I'm taking notes. So call the insurance company.
And ask them if they can run it like their version of Carfax through their database.
Okay. Hi, Ray.
How are you?
Great. I just I didn't want to slide off the edge of the cliff trying to communicate with you guys because I don't want to take instead of just the average amount of time with me, it could be like twice as long. So okay, run it by their Carfax.
Yeah, ask them if they can pull up any history that would be greater than what you would get out of Carfax. They might have access to some information that Carfax might not.
Oh, interesting. I had no idea about that.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, but you guys, I'm just curious. You guys can hear me okay? I just got this new phone. It's a landline.
You're coming through great.
They have landlines?
Yeah, they all. I don't know about payphones, Ray. But
Yeah, now payphones don't exist anymore, I don't think.
okay.
Well, Chris, hopefully that's helpful. And yeah, I mean, we're post in the community. Come to these live streams. Obviously, we want to just help. So keep us in the loop, okay?
Yeah. By the way, just another quick question I just popped in my head, and I'll end it there. Where do you guys recommend I find used cars? On your website or CarMax?
Well, if you go through CarMax, I don't even think they let you do inspections.
Not until after you buy it.
Auto Trader,
Right,
Car
you're right. I remember
Gurus.
you saying that.
There's a website called Auto Tempest, which we recommend because they aggregate a variety of different websites. Our website, YAA, is better once you actually have a vehicle in mind, and then we can help you figure out, like how negotiable it is, the email templates to reach out, things like that.
All right, I wrote that down. Perfect, guys. All right, well, I'm all set then.
Well, Chris, thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Thank you both for what you do. Take care.
Say hi to your brother for us.
Yes, take care now.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Nicely done, Pops.
Yeah.
I like it when we open up the phone lines and it actually works.
Yes.
You get like the right caller. Let's do another phone call, Pops.
I'm in. Let's
855-587-2886. While we're waiting for that, Icy Y. Hello, I'm new here. I'm 18 and looking forward to buy my dream car, Toyota 86, around September to November. The new 2022 model is coming out. Do you believe the older model will go down in price?
Not in today's world, no. Not appreciably, no.
So what we're actually seeing, Icy Y, is that used cars are selling for even more than the new car comparables. But we'll talk more about that after this phone call. You mind muting us in the background? You're on with YAA. What's your name? Where are you from? What can we do to help?
Hey, how you doing? My name is DeMarcus Black. I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Hey, DeMarcus, how are you tonight?
Man, I am great. First of all, let me tell you, you guys saved me money in January. Bought my wife a Buick Enclave and my daughter a Nissan Versa. And my goodness, your templates, your knowledge from the videos saved me tons with the market price report. Oh my goodness.
Well,
good man. I've spread the word to everyone I know.
DeMarcus, you're going to get tonight's first.
The Shefska stamp.
Okay, I just wanted to test that out. That is fantastic.
I had a 2018 Toyota Camry that I sold to Carvana because of you. And that's how I bought my wife and daughter's vehicle. And I just want to share one more thing with you, and I'll let you guys go.
Absolutely.
I was getting my daughter's first oil change at a Nissan dealership here in Texas, and I found it very entertaining. This is my new pastime now. I go into the new car dealer part of the dealership, and I watched people come in. Only 3 people came in, but it was 3 groups, and I watched as they aimlessly looked. And obviously, they had no YAA experience. I wanted to help them so bad, but I didn't know them, so I couldn't. And I watched them one by one with the new 2022 Pathfinder. Okay, one had an MSRP of $36,000, no leather, no anything. And I said, "Oh my God, they're going to sell that way over sticker." And I'd seen the manager. I said, I wanted to look in it. And he said, we're going to pull this out and let them drive it. And if they don't buy it, it's all yours. I said, not in this market. And lastly, then an older gentleman came in. He walked in. Hi, I want to trade in my old Rogue for a new Rogue. I said, oh, my God. I wanted to help him, and I couldn't.
We got to figure that out. I mean, how the heck can we – we had Mayani, who we helped her buy her Kia way back when. She was telling us we need like pins that people can wear when they're at the dealership so that they know there are other YAA members in the building. Something. Because, man, it would be great if you could come in and save them thousands of dollars. How awesome would that be?
That would be pretty good.
Guys, I'm telling you, I am just – I cannot go to a dealership for anything without going in there and watching the people make the mistakes that I once made until I found your website and your shows. And as soon as I get off this phone, I'm going to buy that. I'm not looking anymore, but I'm going to buy that premium membership and help all my friends.
Well, thank you, DeMarcus, and just awesome. It's awesome to know that we can help. And think about how surreal it is. Like, I was 24, I guess 23, 24, I convinced my dad to go behind my iPhone. We had we prove it during most of our live streams that we have no clue how this tech works, but just how lucky I was, and we all are, that he was willing to do it. And a million people watch our videos each month. That you help a million people each month. It's truly incredible. So thank you to Marcus for helping us like feel how real it is. But it's great.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
It really is.
I appreciate you guys. My wife's Buick Enclave was $47,000 and had all the incentives that you guys talked about. I didn't believe the price, and of course I was there ready because Ray said you might have to use their financing because they're going to give you all the incentives that you might not qualify for. I was prepared for it, and actually gave me a better rate than my credit union. So I got her at 37 out the door.
So
God bless you.
One more time. Oh, I gotta press the right button.
Ray Shefska, stamp.
Over. Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Have a
DeMarcus.
great night,
Have a great night.
DeMarcus.
All right.
Bye-bye now.
Thoughts? We got a couple things in the live chat that we gotta address.
Yes.
All right. I gotta figure out the buttons, but we're getting
Yeah,
it.
no.
We're leveling up.
No, absolutely. We're at a whole new level.
So back to ICY.
Yeah.
So what we've seen a lot recently, and actually, do I have the Black Book page? Yeah. Here, let's show ICY because first-time car buyer. Let's see if we can help. So Black Book shows you newer used vehicles, the rate of change for those as well. We actually didn't see a price decrease week over week on 0 to 2 year old. So the question was,
and look, read the driven by an extreme shortage of rental returns and limited inventory of new vehicles, the prices of newer used vehicles have been experiencing large weekly gains in the spring, while wholesale prices are exceeding MSRP in some cases. So that means the dealers are paying more than what the manufacturer suggested retail price was when that car was new. They're paying more than that to buy it as a used car, which means you, ICY, are going to be asked to pay even more than that.
Even though you're a cute dog.
Yes. And you don't look 18.
No.
Not at all.
Not in dog years or human years.
In any years.
A good option for you would be to consider leasing a new one.
Yes. And at 18, that will probably be tough.
Very much so because of
limited credit history.
Exactly.
Yes.
Amanda W. with a very thoughtful $5 donation. Hey, guys. I want to lease the 2021 Hyundai Santa Fe SEL, but hate the hubcaps. Could I change the caps or just go up a trim?
Well, you
change them would be cheaper, right?
Yeah, you could.
Will that do anything with the lease?
No.
You heard it here first, man.
No, especially you can do things to a lease car that enhance its value. You're not allowed to do anything to a lease car that would detract from its original value.
Absolutely. We had, I just want to pull this up.
Yeah.
JP Elite Goaltending. Are you against dealerships holding gross? I just want to comment on this briefly.
Absolutely
My
not.
entire upbringing was financed through my dad slaving away at dealerships. So no, not opposed to dealerships holding gross.
No,
we are opposed to.
We want dealerships to hold gross. We just want it to be more transparent than the way it's done. We want to stop the gimmicks, we want to stop the games, and we want to stop all the bullshit. That's all. I don't know that I'm allowed to say BS. So that we want dealers to survive. We want dealers to make a profit. They've invested a ton of money in their facilities.
I'm gonna throw a caveat though.
Okay, Mr. Caveat.
Like the system with the dealers, in my opinion, is not the long-term solution. Like that system in its own right is broken. So like, do we want people that work in dealerships to like be out of jobs?
No,
and the whole
not
thing?
at all.
No, but do we see a different system in the future? Yeah, absolutely. Like it should not be this hard to buy cars.
Yeah.
We wrote a whole thing back on the website, back on the community.
Yeah.
The YAA manifesto. Right? Here you go. Structures and systems exist within our society that explicitly take advantage of groups of people. As the son of a car salesperson, I witnessed this firsthand. Blah, 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 blah. We wrote all about like why we're doing what we're doing, how we make money, why we're telling you that. So take a peek at that, JP Elite Goaltending. We like to think of ourselves as being really fair, but also 100% unequivocally in the corner of our members and of the consumer. So good question. Glad that came up. I think there was a very thoughtful donation here from Tom Knight saying, sent you guys a text.
Where did the texts go?
I don't know. Tom, did you like text me directly? Did you text? Send me a DM on the community, Tom. If you've got a specific question you want us to call you, I can send me your number and I can call you. Thank you for the donation. Michael Barone with a $5 donation as well. Pops waited till now to order a Tesla under a New Jersey rebate. Tesla increased prices by $2,000, and now New Jersey capped most Teslas to $2,000 rebate. Oh well, love from New Jersey.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Gotta hate when that happens.
Yeah, you just got to.
One of the challenging things with Teslas is actually titling them and registering them. They don't give you any help. They don't give you any help when you go through that process.
Really?
So. Okay, Tom put his phone number in the chat, but it's hidden right now. Okay. But I can see it, so let's give Tom a quick call.
Oh my God!
We're gonna give it a shot.
John, another bang on the microphone.
I hit mine on this side too.
Okay, good.
All right, give me a second.
Yeah, no, we'll give you.
I'm not gonna read his number out loud because that would then everyone would have it. Tom, we're calling you.
Yeah.
There's a delay, but boom.
Boom shakalaka.
This is so cool to be able to call.
Yeah. Got the longest one.
Yeah, there's a delay.
Oh, mute us, Tom.
Hey.
Mute us. How you doing?
Good. So
we're doing well. We're doing well. I was about to say, is now a good time to chat? Because usually when I call people, that's what I say. But I think it is.
All right, cool. So yeah, I have kind of a detailed question here. So I'm in gutters and roofing, and pretty much, I mean, I do pretty well for myself. I make about 70 to 80 per year, and then my fiance wife, she makes about around the same. But here's kind of what we're in right now. So I'm stuck on getting like a 2019, 2020 Chevrolet Silverado. However, the LT trim model that I'm looking to get, they probably hiked the prices up about 10, 15 grand. So should I wait for the bubble to burst, or should I go ahead and just get a 2017, 2018 that they're roughly sitting around maybe 35 grand right now.
Well,
however, she needs two different options. And so these are the options I've been given. So she's like, spend $10,000 on a reliable work truck. It might have a little bit of mileage, but you could toss it around and get it, wrecked or whatever, not wreck it purposely, or go get a 2017, 2018 and spend about 35 to 40K. Although I want like the LT trim of the Trail Boss, I'm kind of in a weird predicament. And to give you guys more context, I have about 7,000 or 8,000 I can put down. And then I also have a 2013 Honda Civic with about 97,000 miles on it that I can dump just as maybe a trade-in or just selling it, I guess, to Carvana. So I want to know if I have any purchasing power with maybe getting an LT trim, or how I should go about maybe getting an older truck, or just waiting, or
let me ask you a silly question. If you're looking at a 2019 or a 2020, and with the way all these vehicles are overpriced at the moment, would it not make more sense to look at a brand new one that you might be able to get for the same price as a 2019 or a 2020?
Yeah, that is true. That is true. It's just the fact that I'm not trying to pay $55,000, $60,000 for a truck.
No, I get that, but at least you'd have warranty.
Yeah.
So God forbid anything happens, you don't have to worry about it. If the 2019 or 2020 is going to cost you close to what that brand new one would cost you, it just seems to me you're better off with the new truck, and you don't have to worry about all the miles that somebody else might have put on those other trucks. Just a thought.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you guys have any recommendations in regards to, with your past experience, obviously you probably know better. Well, what's a reliable work truck? Because for me, this is kind of like my first foray into getting an actual work truck that I could work in, but also kind of live in. I want something I can drive around. And to have two vehicles right now just doesn't seem wise to me, because then the insurance payment I would have would just be obscene.
Well, I would say, obviously you look around and you see Rams are a popular pickup. Ford, the F-150 is popular. Chevy and GMC are all popular pickups. And most of them, or quite a few of them, are purchased strictly as work trucks. So, I think if you're looking at any of those 3 or 4 brands, you should be fine. Even if you wanted to consider a Toyota of some kind as a work truck, I think you would be fine.
We do have a comment here from Jeff in the chat. He says, if you're thinking, if you can wait, why wouldn't you wait till prices come down? I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can wait, that probably is the best option here.
But you're going to, you have to understand waiting is when we say wait, it's not going to be 8 to 10 weeks. It could be 8 to 10 months.
Yeah, my timetable's looking more like a month and a half.
Gotcha.
I got to get
Yep,
one.
got it.
Yeah.
So that waiting process is kind of like that price I'm going to have to pay right now as much as I want to wait on that convenience cost. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just the that down. So that's where I'm kind of like, even with the Toyota, it's just the gas mileage. It's like I'm in my truck nonstop. So it's just in that place right now where,
Gotcha.
trying something. So,
well, I mean, like we always talk about, run market price reports, see what the local market conditions are since you don't have, my dad was talking about earlier in the show, selection, you got to get the selection, run market price reports across all the major manufacturers and all the
see what's out there.
And then hone in on a few, send some email templates out, get some OTD quotes, post the OTD quotes back in the Review My Deal, community channel. And, we'll go through the process together over the next couple of weeks here, but that's what you would have to do.
And last question for you guys, and then I'll let you go. So like I said, with, closer to maybe like 14 grand to like put down on an actual truck, do you think I have any purchasing power in regards to getting the sticker price down? Or is that in this market, is that impossible?
There's through patience and persistence, you can find deals where you can save some money, but you're going to have to work at it. It's not like you can walk into these dealerships and everybody's just dropping their drawers right away to make a car deal, because they're not. But some habits are hard to break for some dealerships. So there's probably some out there that they'll work with you a little more aggressively than some others. And it's just going to take a little bit of time, effort, and energy to find the ones that will.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I really appreciate it. I wanted to talk through it. It's been pretty chaotic trying to do it on my own. So I really do appreciate it.
You're not on your own, man. You've got us, and I think there's like 900 other people watching us. So like we're all on the same team. This is why
we're here to help you. Don't worry.
Yeah. You guys are the best. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
So thanks for the donations, Tom. Have a great night, okay?
Yep, you too.
Bye-bye.
Pops, we got a question here from Dan. I haven't done a VSC pitch in a while. Yeah. Dan says, "How about aftermarket warranty on a 6 to 7 year old 100,000 mile vehicle?" How about that, Dan?
How about that?
So if you're interested, we do not necessarily advocate that you need to buy what's traditionally called an extended warranty. But if you are thinking of buying one, consider getting it through YAA. Reason being, it's pretty simple. It's no gimmicks, no BS, just a free quote with no strings attached.
You're kidding?
You literally
not one string.
No string. You literally, in your account, can click on service contract. You put the VIN of the vehicle you're thinking of, the mileage.
Yeah.
And then down here, so I have like a Subaru Forester here.
Yeah.
You can then self-quote.
No.
You can see all the different options, your different deductible. Oh, you want to actually know what the contract is? You can view it. It is here. We have nothing to hide. If you'd like to actually buy it, you can buy it right here. What if you sell your vehicle? We answered that question.
Really?
Why would I buy a service contract on a new vehicle? We answered that question. If you still have questions, you can schedule a call to meet with
the F&I goddess herself, Miss Kimberly Klein.
And look, she has availability on Monday. So there you go. And she has availability on Tuesday and Wednesday. So fill up Miss Kimberly Klein's calendar.
Yeah.
And if you're in the market for a vehicle service contract, colloquially referred to as an extended warranty, where can you get repairs? Anywhere. Pretty much anywhere.
Stop it.
Fantastic. What is the repair process? Don't tell me. Put your headphones on.
Oh,
God. I'm futzing around with the headphones.
Yeah, not me, buddy. If I blow up, ladies and gentlemen, it's only because I had an internal sneeze and not an external one. Down goes Shefska! Down goes Shefska!
Man. Anyway, if you're going to buy an extended warranty, at least get a quote from us. Think about getting it from us. It helps us make some money, which is great. And also, we try to make it as convenient and easy for you to use as possible. Rob wants to know if we'll ever get a VSC for Florida. Is that verboten? What does verboten mean?
forbidden.
Yeah, it's really hard. Hopefully before the end of the year, in all honesty. AUL, the company that we work with, they have to get approval to sell it, and like they've tried to. And, yeah,
Scroll down a little bit because JP Elite got back to us.
I will in a moment.
Okay.
Saw questions about VSCs on RAV4 Prime forum. Saw someone advocate to check out YAA. Oh, that's awesome, Melissa.
Very good.
That's
Thank
super
you,
cool.
Melissa. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. JP Elite, goaltending. My family is in the business. While I agree that dealerships shouldn't tack on insane fake fees, it seems as if you advocate for cars to be sold at or as close to invoice as possible. Zero gross. Can I comment on this first?
Certainly.
JP, 99% of car buyers aren't watching your YAA. They're not watching our videos.
No.
Okay, so the 1% that come in and are super informed because my dad has taught them the ways to be informed, that is a good thing for the industry. That is pushing the industry forward, and it is not the vast majority.
And may I say one
Please.
thing? How many times tonight has someone heard me say, gee, if you can buy a car at MSRP in today's market, you're doing really well. Maybe you could get $1,000 off. That doesn't sound anything like,
Zero
gee,
gross.
go in there and offer them invoice or zero gross. I would never advocate for zero gross. You're entitled to make money. Okay. What's the adage? Pigs get.
You said this yesterday. You got it right. Hogs get fat.
Hogs get fat and pigs get slaughtered. Okay. And there's a large number of people in the automobile business that are hogs. Okay. It's unfortunate, but it's true. I go to Florida. Go look at the dock fees in Florida, JP. And that's enough right there to understand why we are advocating for the things that we advocate for.
And it's nuts that no one was doing this really before us, or at least trying to invest as much in it.
So, yes,
anyway.
We want you to make money. We want to be able to help streamline how cars are sold so that your dealerships can sell more cars in less time. Your salespeople can sell a car in an hour as opposed to a car in 7 or 8 hours. We're just trying to save everybody time.
Yeah, and honestly, where that sentiment comes from, and I wrote about it, it's back on the, I've written about it many times, is because I never saw my dad growing up, which is also, I was watching back some of our old videos today, trying to get the sound clips for, like the...
Yeah. If I blow up, ladies...
I mean, it is incredible how much time we spend together now. And I never got to do that with my dad when he was a sales manager or salesperson. And so it is not only to make it quicker and easier for the consumer, it's to make it quicker and easier for everyone, because you know what? My dad, as he's proven over the past 2 years, is a pretty normal guy. And you know what you get when your dad works in the car business?
I'm right out of Young Frankenstein. I'm happy normal, buddy.
You know what you get when your dad works in the car business as a kid? You don't get a dad. He's never around.
No, but he'll buy you a car before you're even old enough to drive.
Anyway, the point being, we just want it to be quicker for everyone, which is, I think, a pretty fair way to approach this.
Yeah.
Matt with another donation. Thank you, Matt. I spent a lot of time on the YAA site, VSC site, so the extended warranty, comparing rates and choosing my vehicle. You will find interesting differences between makes and models. Yeah, it is super neat when you're getting quotes and looking at that. We have a very thoughtful donation here from LaQuincy Johnson as well. Will I still get a good deal on my 2014 Chevy Cruze with a blown out head gasket and turbo supercharger that may be going out from Carvana, etc.?
Well, if you lie to them, perhaps, but I wouldn't suggest you do that. I mean, they're going to ask you if there's any issues with the car, and you have to be upfront.
Yeah, and that will affect, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. John says, enjoy the time with your dad. I wish I still had my dad around to spend time with. Yeah, it's another reason. I feel like there are so many factors that go into why this even works. Like, if mom hadn't passed away, I probably wouldn't care about being as close to you as I do care about being as close to you. So I don't know. There's just so many factors. If you had been slaved away for 40 years, you wouldn't be the subject matter expert. So anyway, Pops is the best. The mini that you sent my dad for his birthday is still here. John gave us $5 and a super sticker.
Not sure what that is, but I do
appreciate it. It's that thing right there.
Oh, is that what I look like?
Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered, Ray. Okay. Hogs are worse than pigs.
Okay. Pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered. There you have it.
There you have it.
Well, one of these days I'll remember it. I'm a slow learner.
And you're 70 now. I mean, you gotta kind of keep things simple. Okay, Pops, let's do just quickly back on the community site.
Yes.
Contests. Hey, we got a couple more. We got a couple more comments here.
Yay.
This is to enter the contest to become a lifetime YAA member. We'll pay for it.
Wow.
Learning that MSC hard. Ray has an annoying lawn maintenance person.
No, he's just a neighbor across the street.
Everyone here is entering in for the contest, which is fantastic.
Can I say one thing about the lawn maintenance person?
They weren't out today.
They were not out tonight, and I said that to Zach right before we went on.
I thought you were going to jinx it.
I said, "There's something wrong." He goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "Where's the guy with the leaf blower?"
Hey, I'm not mad about it. Not mad about it at all. Pops, I do want to do just a quick roundup before we head off for the night. Okay. We have the annual memberships. We have, again, we mentioned it earlier, the Auto Advocate on Demand live chat
coming
Monday.
It's
going to be
Monday.
Fun.
That would be the. This doesn't have a date on it. Monday the 12th.
You don't need to watch.
Yeah, apparently not.
We got Monday the 12th. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that there was something else in my head.
You spent $2.14 for gas today?
Yeah, I filled up my scooter.
Yeah. You went to the beach?
I did go to the beach. It was very nice.
Yeah.
What else did I want to share?
I don't know. Well, there you have it.
Oh, that's what it was.
What?
We had over 1,000 people watching at one time.
That's crazy.
That's pretty damn cool,
That is
man.
crazy. And even a car guy his family's in the business.
Pretty crazy. Pretty great stream. I think you helped a lot of people. I feel like our production, let us know. Was the production any better tonight? I feel like hopefully there were no issues on the other end. We'll be back live again. Members only, I guess, is Wednesday or Thursday of this coming week. Check out the community, become a member.
It can't be Wednesday.
Thursday?
Yeah, because Wednesday could be if the fourth son's.
Yeah, but they go on at 9 p.m.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah. So we'll probably stream.
Okay, whatever. Wednesday or Thursday.
Love
it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Production was good tonight.
Good.
Awesome. Cool. All right, Pops, you want to call it night?
Yeah, sure. Let's call it Saturday night.
Great job tonight.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And remember, virtual hugs, prayers, and positive thoughts and vibes for Mr. Ken Baran.
Yeah, Ken, we're thinking of you.
Yep, absolutely.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, all.